Hello. This morning we named Storm Arwen. It's arriving on Friday, lasting into Saturday with strong winds across large parts of the UK. There's a yellow warning in place, and we also have an amber warning over parts of northern and eastern Scotland and some areas for northeast England where the strongest, most disruptive winds are likely to be, gusts of maybe 75 miles an hour. More on that in just a moment. The rest of today, actually, the weather's pretty decent out there. Dry, fine, sunny. There's a cold breeze blowing, and there are some showers around, which are a little wintry over northern Scotland. But way up to the north, it's this area of low pressure that will turn into Storm Arwen. Fairly innocuous at the moment, but it's going to intensify over the next 24 hours. At the moment, though, it's largely clear skies across much of the UK. Notice there are some showers on the radar, just clipping the east coast and the far west coast as well. So a few showers here, and the showers in northeast Scotland turning a little wintry over the hills. But generally, as I said, a lot of fine weather out there today, but it is colder than it has been. It certainly feels a lot colder than yesterday. Temperatures 2 or 3 degrees lower. Add on that wind, and it really does feel chilly. We'll start to see Storm Arwen arrive through this evening, though. Initially just really a band of rain with some snow on the hills as it comes into Scotland, but that is the first part of the storm system, bringing some wet weather across Scotland, Northern Ireland through the night, and that'll spread into northern England, north and west Wales, and the winds will start to strengthen. Further south, though, with clearer skies, it'll be a cold night with a hint of frost over parts of East Anglia and the southeast, and the countryside, temperatures dropping a few degrees below freezing. But elsewhere, temperatures generally holding up because of the cloud and the increasing wind. The strongest winds, though, are going to be later on Friday, strengthening all the while across the north of Scotland. Spell of rain crossing through England and Wales, feeling pretty cold on Friday morning as well with that cloud, the wind and the rain. It will be rain for the vast majority, but turning increasingly to snow across northern Scotland, particularly over hills to 300 metres, but even at lower levels there could be some snow for a time. It could cause some disruption to some of the roads here. The winds, though, are the biggest cause for concern, strengthening during the second half of Friday, particularly across northern Scotland, eastern Scotland, and later on through parts of northeast England, but also very windy for west Scotland, Northern Ireland, and increasingly for Wales also. Temperature-wise, well, we're going to be a little higher than today's values, but it's not going to feel all that pleasant because for most it'll start cold, it will be cloudy, and those winds are just going to strengthen further and further. The liveliest gusts likely during Friday afternoon and into the evening, again accompanied by increasing risk of some snow to lower levels over northern and eastern parts of Scotland, picking up those winds over northeast England during Friday night. So there's Storm Arwen developing over the next 24 hours and then heading down through the North Sea. So it's as these isobars squeeze together that we're going to get some potentially damaging gusts of wind. Could cause some disruptions, certainly some issues with the transport network, but trees could be blown down, the potential for structural damage as well. But it's not just that northeastern corner, tightly packed isobars right across the UK as we head into Saturday, as we finally start to say goodbye to Arwen. So let's look at the warnings. A wide spread yellow warning in place for much of Friday, and then the amber warning comes into place on Friday afternoon across northern and eastern Scotland and parts of northeast England. That's where gusts of wind could reach 75 miles an hour on coast, but even in other exposed areas. This yellow warning covering a large chunk of Wales, Western England, Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. Some disruption is also possible here as that winds strengthen. And then as we head into Saturday, a wider yellow warning covering almost all parts of the UK as the strong winds continue to have the threat of some disruption to transport. Plenty going on then. Make sure you stay up to date. You can read those warnings in detail for yourself on the Met Office website or, of course, through our app. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels to get the latest update.